Your performance check was
Welcome back to the table, everybody.
Hi.
I'm
Hello.
JD
Hi.
and the Cloak and Stagger. We're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Picking back up on our Saltmarsh, Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign. Episode 18.
He's in position.
Oh, yeah.
He's even more in position.
I accidentally adjusted the wrong camera before we went live. And I threw everything off. I messed everything up. And now I need to change the music, too. How's everybody doing?
Pretty well, pretty good.
Yeah?
Finally recovering.
Yeah? From?
Well, I had a really big pimple on my nose,
Oh yeah.
and it's still there. You can probably see it.
Was it on the outside? Did you
It's
determine that?
both.
Oh, it's both? Oh, weak.
I think it's an ingrown hair. I know, chat. It's great. Also, then, the next day, I had a chimichanga fresh out the oven, and I burnt my inside of my cheek. And the dead skin finally came off again, chat. I know you are dying to hear this.
Oh,
But no, I'm on the mend.
Just
I'm on
falling
the
apart
mend.
at the seams.
heal your face.
Trying.
Does your face hurt?
It's killing me.
I can't make that joke.
It's killing me. Yo.
It is, it's smaller.
Glad you're good.
See, Mike's over here rocking his Buckies.
It's been a
Sure.
big couple of days.
We're getting
I was
one.
saying,
I gotta
celebration.
rep my boy.
What?
Can we arrange to do a stream at the Buc-ee's for like grand opening?
I'll reach out to their PR team.
I'm sure they'll
Get
hear us
in
out.
contact with their
They would
people.
probably appreciate it.
It'd be great.
Bunch of freaking.
'Cause we
so we're
know-
not like those TikTokers that go in and just try and like do dances in places.
Because you know Buc-ee's needs more publicity. They need to get the word out.
Like all of our subscribers, we can definitely bring a lot to the company. Self roast.
Do you like that joke or no?
They do like barbecue pork. They don't do roast at Bucky's. They do like pulled pork.
Perfect.
What was that roll?
It's a 13.
What was the alternative?
The alternative was I was gonna yell no, like something like no, I hate that joke. How dare you? We didn't get that number. So
We lucked out. Before we get back into everything here, only announcement I have is that our next episode of the X-Men stuff should be going live tomorrow, around 11 Central Time. So if you've been interested in seeing our reaction on that, we invite you to watch that.
We're extremely knowledgeable on the topic, so if you come, you better be prepared.
Yeah, bring your notes, bring all your almanacs,
You know all of X-Man lore.
every single X-Man, and
All the
just
names,
be prepared.
people.
Yeah.
Will there be a quiz?
People, places, and things. Anyways, let's get back into D&D. Oh, you got
Quick.
something?
So the Covington Comic Con dates have been announced for August 23rd and 24th. It is a Friday and a Saturday, which is weird for a con, but they will have longer hours.
Say August?
August.
23rd and 24th.
Yes.
You gonna be there?
I'm planning on it.
Are y'all
I've
doing a
paid
booth?
for it, so I expect I'll be there.
Good.
So,
Good.
I know it's a really early notice, but I'm gonna probably.
Yeah, we'll make some flyers and stuff too.
I can pull the graphic up.
There we go. So as usual, it's recap time. Recap in exchange for inspiration. Who wants to tell everybody what happened last time?
How are your notes? You feel
Pretty-
confident?
You know her nose, dude. She had every word of every step we
Because I
did.
know he had mentioned you wanted to look at your notes. I don't matter, man. Odd you do it, even I do it.
Okay.
Aelin
Odd,
is the
I
most
do it.
prepared one.
Even I, yeah.
Probably out of all of us.
Yeah, because you're odd and I was even, right? Alright, you're odd, I'm even.
Okay.
Well, there you
It's
go.
me.
Congrats.
Okay, so Cole and Redimir
You could
come
have just said you
to.
didn't want to do the recap.
I don't mind.
No, he's
Oh, yeah.
Cole and Redimir come to. Colt appears to be his hand appears to be kind of frozen as from where he grabbed him. Weird.
Oh, every vision.
Red says he's been running for 20 years. Also, Red isn't even his name. He says he actually hates fishing. I don't even know who this person is at this point. Says he doesn't know who his actually family was. He had an adoptive parent thing, relationship, fled when this group started looking for him. Thinking about that, I wonder if maybe it's his family that's looking for him and they're like crazy people. Not sure. Colt fixes the tent that was sliced open. That's really nice of him. Appreciate that. Kugal thinks that we should go talk to Crag, the gravekeeper, about the book since he's kind of a history buff. I guess there was a book. Can you not hear me? It's fine. While walking through the marsh, Kugal and myself are walking in the front, and the ground falls through, kind of like a bog pit. I get out okay. Kugal falls in, and myself and someone else, I think it was you maybe, we pull him out.
No, I didn't help anybody, I don't think.
Maybe it was me and you. We pull him out.
I got made fun of for watching that thing. I don't remember. I feel like that's right.
It was us.
Oh, was you and me? Oh, never mind. I did good.
I don't think I got shit on that.
Because of that, I have trust issues with the ground now, so I looked for a walking stick. Colt tossed me a ball that is actually a collapsible 10-foot pole. I take it, and I'm in the lead, and we continue with our trek. While leading the way, a glob of acid falls from above me and falls on my back/neck. It burns, and that's shouty caps, it burns. The guys helped to make it stop, and then I put ouch and a sad face.
Oh, I got a vial of that stuff. I got a vial of it.
Yeah. We got a vial of it, so that's good. We fight some bullywugs. I got real hurt. Real hurt. Real hurt. And we short rest, so that's nice because I was almost dead. And that's where we are leaving off, is we short rest.
That's correct. And you get inspiration. Where's the skull? Is it up there?
You tested the camera with it earlier.
There
It's
it
on
is.
the thing.
I have. You get the skull of inspiration.
Thank you.
All right.
Do I get to use it all night or just the one time and give it back to you?
One time. And then you have to trade it to me. It's currency.
Okay. It's fine.
Alrighty. So we find ourselves back at all of you. A little rested post Bullywug battle. It is getting a little later in the afternoon at this point, bordering on kind of like late afternoon, I would say. What would you all like to do?
Did the bullywugs come to us, or did we stumble across them?
They jumped at, it seemed like they'd snuck up on you.
I want to stare down. There's a bunch of bullywug corpses around us, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I want to stare down at one of them. I'm just going to look at it like deep in focus, like this, just. And after about 4 seconds, I'm just going to look up everybody and go, are these edible?
I mean, anything's edible in desperation.
That's a good point.
I was only wondering because I've had frog legs before, but these are like way bigger.
Maybe it just means they're like better.
I've never tried one. But I'm not going to stop you.
Well, I mean, is anyone interested? I'm not. I'm going to be the only one. It's going to be weird.
I mean, if you want to try it, I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll try it.
I mean, I could make it flavor like something else, but it may not be good for you.
No, that'd defeat the purpose, I feel like.
But at least it would taste good.
It's like exotic cuisine.
You say it was getting late a little bit?
Yeah, kind of later in the afternoon. Definitely got a few hours at least before night. But you can tell that kind of, again, from the light coming in through the canopy, that it's definitely getting out there in time.
You know, I'd be interested in actually trying that out, but I think we still got a little bit of time before night, so I don't want to waste any time. We can keep moving a bit.
You can take one leg with you.
That's too much work. I want to cut it out. And,
I was
carry
looking
it.
forward to like a Baldur's Gate quit licking the spider situation.
Stop licking the spider.
That's fine.
So in that case, y'all are on board?
It's probably
With the frog leg or leaving?
No, leaving.
leaving's fine.
Just kill a bunch of bullywugs and they're home, and we
I
just
mean, that looks more
march
like
on.
that looks more like a leg. Like a leg. Not like a frog leg.
What do you mean by leg? Yeah, it's a leg. It's a frog leg.
Yeah, but it's like humanoid. It's not like a frog leg.
Not
Frog
like a
legs
humanoid.
Are,
What?
like frog legs are different, like little frogs. That's like wouldn't be right.
Oh, you made it real weird, Red. Let's go. I just hold on to my pack like this.
It felt
and
like
turn.
you wanted someone to tell you not to do it.
Problem solved.
I
telling you
think
not to do it.
the poll go back to being a poll if it wasn't. And I'm following you. I'm like, he ruined it.
Ugh.
I was down.
People legs, Red. Really?
It's felt like you wanted to be told no. So I told you no.
What if we come across a minotaur? Are you going to eat it too? Maybe it'll taste like beef. We don't know.
I could make it taste like beef.
I feel like that'd be way too muscular. I didn't want to think about that. I want to go. I'm going.
Fine. I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Well, sorry for helping you.
We're going to hear about this all night. Sure wish I had a chance to taste that frog.
Who is leading the way as y'all head further into the marsh?
I would look towards Aelin and see if she's running up front with the pole.
I'll lead again.
Okay. Make a survival check for me.
Oh, great. Natural 1.
Okay. All right. So you march off. How are we doing? A line? What are we doing?
I'm kind of like a little bit diagonal of her, just a bit. I'm not trying to line up with her. I'm just off to the side a little
Okay, kind of
I'll be in the back.
staggered a little bit.
I'll be in the back.
Okay.
I'll be number 3.
Okay. You walk for probably another hour, and you see Aelin is being very attentive with the pole, like checking the ground, making sure there's not a spot that's going to suck somebody into the earth. She actually does find a couple of them, and you're able to avoid these kind of pitfalls. Everybody make a perception check for me.
I got another natural 1.
Oof.
6.
You got a nat 20.
Hey, the Red's on top of all the good stuff tonight.
19.
Knows not to eat the frog. Knows about the whatever we see here.
Okay, so Red and Kugal, you both notice in the distance, because Aelin, again, still very focused on her job as the trap finder. Colt seems to be a bit distracted by
walking like
the bugs that are constantly zipping around, kind of smacking them off your neck. Mosquitoes, various other insects. The two of you see what looks like a body in the distance on the ground.
In a circle.
Looks like a bullywug body.
Would you say there's 5 of them?
Would you like to check it out?
No. Don't want to count.
Well, why are we slowing down?
My stick and just kept poking with it.
Well, here's your frog legs again.
Is that a dead bullywug?
Yeah, there's a few of them, I think.
Do you think they attacked someone else?
There's somebody else in this.
How many
swamp.
tribes of these are there?
Are you trying to hide this, or you just
I'm genuinely like, oh my god, did they attack someone else?
Does this look familiar?
That one's
super
been
familiar?
Eldritch blasted.
There's one of them that looks very well charred. There are 4 other bullywug bodies around, and looking around, yeah, this looks like exactly where you were about an hour ago.
Whoa, we killed 5 of these, right?
Yes,
We went in a circle.
maybe.
How'd we do that?
Usually it's like this.
You see Oceanus is over with his trident, like poking one of them to see if it's moved, and he turns to you and says, "I believe we've walked in a circle."
Yes, it can happen when you're not from here.
Well, I mean, I've
A lot of help you were, Smack.
I know, we're getting our steps in today.
There's still
he like,
daylight.
looks at you and like kind of turns his head. All
It
right.
was not intentional, but it happens.
I mean, this place is quite confusing.
Terrible.
And he
Yeah,
smacks a bug on his
sucks.
neck.
I guess someone else can lead. Clearly, I'm not very good at it right now.
Colt, or
No, not me.
Colt, Kugal. What are you? You're from here, right?
Kugal knows the land.
You're
I
from the
know a
swamp.
general direction, but that's about the best I can come up with. But I'll give it my best.
You want to toss in the pole just in case, Malin?
I've got it.
Oh, you got. Oh, that's right. Your weapon's a damn pole. Never mind. It ain't 10 feet, but it'll work. I think.
Close.
You
Eight
know,
and a half.
you can point to Oceanus. He has this trident. Like,
We could team up. That would be great with me.
This may sound strange in Elvish, Oceanus, but would you mind poking the ground with your trident for traps while
Sure,
we walk, not just here?
right. Yeah, I can do that.
I'll catch up. I gotta blow my nose.
Aelin runs off into the distance.
Is she going to get some drugs?
It's a farmer's blow.
He says, but I will admit I'm not any kind of tracker per se.
No, that's
or
fine.
survivalist.
We got Kugal for that. He's from these lands.
Okay, so I will walk with him, and
He's gonna be stabbing the ground on one side. You just do the other a bit, so no one falls in any pit traps or spike traps or traps. I don't know what all traps they got. Any traps?
lots of traps.
Mm.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it's not great.
he looks at you and kind of. All right. And
But we
looks
go
to kind
that
of
way.
like and looks to kind of follow you. So I need you to go ahead and make a survival check now.
We can do great.
Buddy, you let me down last time. 16 plus 2 and 18.
Okay. Very good.
Sounds like progress to me.
I would say so. So you all continue off into the marshes. I'll pull up another picture of it here just to put something on the screen. Something for people at home. You wind your way through another couple hours worth of marshes, and luckily enough, you don't see any familiar landmarks, and you don't find any additional like pit traps or quicksand or anything like that. Off in the distance, you start to hear what sounds like crashing waves. Just like still pretty decent amount in the distance, but you can start to hear it now.
Closer to the coast.
Wait, you said we're getting close to the coast?
It seems like it. You can hear the waves. Kind of smells a little more salty.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Do we have a sense about how close we're getting to our destination?
You would imagine with the estimated time to get there being a couple days and it being kind of the end of that second day that you imagine you're probably pretty close. With, certain detours kind of accounting for a little bit, like the bullywugs and walking in circles, and bugs and
Aelin was just in the back, like kicking rocks. She was
terrible,
kinda mad about it.
dark cloaked evil
bad
people
job.
chasing
I did a bad job.
red.
I never
All on
claimed
a
to be an
normal
enemy.
day.
Right. So you
It's
feel like you're
fine.
pretty close. There is still daylight at the moment.
But we don't hear like voices, commotion, people's.
Not just off offhand. You can make a perception check if you'd like
What
to.
about do we see
really
like
listen.
like a trail? Do we see have we come across any like footpaths of just kind of like general local people?
Not that you've seen. The area you've been walking through is still pretty heavily marshy.
I don't know what anyone else's feelings are on this, but I mean, if we may be getting closer to where we're going, it may be a time to rest before we kind of dive in, and that way we've got a chance to kind of collect ourselves and plan ahead for what we're going to see.
May not be the worst idea.
Do you want to camp here then?
This doesn't seem like a bad spot
Does it seem
if we're in like a enclosed area.
Does it seem like a bad spot?
I mean, all of these spots kind of suck for camping.
Oh, cool. I don't want to stay here. We're really not close.
Like that. I mean that to say, not that there's something specifically shitty here. It's that nowhere you've been since you got into these swamps has been a great place to camp. It has just been a place that you could camp.
Done with the swamps. Done with the marshes.
I guess we don't have a choice, I suppose. Camping on the coast sounds good,
I
but
mean, we have a choice. We can continue to go. I just anticipate
Good try to
maybe a
camp on the
little,
coast. We'd be exposed.
Are we stopping to rest?
yeah, we're debating on it. We could proceed a bit more. Apparently, we're close to the coast. I don't know if you could
Hear the
probably
waves?
smell or hear it too, but
I do feel a little closer to home.
we don't know if we want to camp here or proceed to the coast and maybe camp.
What's your hesitations?
Well, it might be dark while we're traveling there, and we'd have to have a light source. And I imagine in a place like this, you're just a glowing beacon if you're traveling at night. And if we're camping on the coast, we gotta have a fire. And again, another beacon. So I don't know. Does that sound bad?
Are I am not of the magical persuasion, so I understand the need for rest, but I don't know. Are you feeling depleted? Are we thinking we're going to need our full power?
Maybe.
Are we expecting to walk into a fight?
Well, we didn't ever talk about the lizard folk thing. He's asking about the lizard, if we're walking into danger or something. Did
We talked about that, right?
No, he's up to speed on the lizard folks.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, we didn't just drag them along. Like, hey, why don't you come hang out with us on the marsh?
We don't know how it's going to go down
we
if
don't
we
know.
actually
We don't
find these folks, They may not take kindly to, hey, it's those people on the ship that were supposed to give us the weapons, and here they are again after not giving us the weapons.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
True, but
Yeah.
it also wasn't you that had the weapons.
You think they can care about that?
And they
might.
bounced out. They just left.
If we're that
They
close,
abandoned us in the night.
actually, cover of darkness might not be too bad an idea. We approach in, it's dark. I mean, y'all can see in the dark. I can't, but we can get close that way. Maybe scout out what's going on. I like that idea. Google, what do you think about that?
I mean, maybe a little scouting might not be such a bad idea, but if we don't know what we're walking into, I would prefer to be prepared, rested, and
You out of beams today, Kugo?
Checks
Kugal's half out of health. That's what he's kind of worried about. He's a little sore and has spear wounds and whatnot. So
I mean, the council really just asked us to look into the big gathering, and then Oceanus mentioned that cave stuff. About the
I mean, I
lizards.
wouldn't assume that we'd be going into battle, but
You want a quick pick me up?
I will take any help that may be offered.
I'll hold out my wrist and just kind of loosen one of those green vials and hold it over to you. Twist the top, a little button appears up top, and then a needle at the bottom. You ready?
I don't know what's going to happen.
I shove it in and I just push my thumb.
Oh, jeez.
I was not prepared for that.
You're going to heal for 8.
Oceanus says, I mean, not to interfere in your decisions. I mean, you certainly saved my life. Just going off of what I know about lizard folk, I don't have any lizard folk friends. But they're not. They can be territorial. I know that, but they are not like aggressive unless there's a need to be. But then again, these seem like unprecedented times. It's not often that you see lizard folk even dealing with other humans at all. So something must have them, I don't know, acting unusually. So, all that to say, I don't know whether we should rest or not. I'm just providing my context.
Oceanus says they're territorial, and he doesn't know them to be just naturally violent, I suppose.
Do you remember where that cave system is that you mentioned?
If we were to get to the coast, I
Way
should
better stay in a cave.
be able to find
that's
it pretty easily.
That's where they are.
Yes, the caves seem to be some sort of gathering point for these lizard folk. I've seen more than a couple dozen in and around that area.
I say we take a vote then, right? I say we press on.
Okay, great.
Red's on board.
Well, we're on land. It was a joke.
Oh.
I mean, what's our other option? Just walk to where?
Well, we camp here right now.
Or camp somewhere else?
Well, yeah, we're right next to this cave system they use, I suppose. We're near the coast, and that's where the cave thing was. Right, Kugal?
Sounds like that's what he's suggesting. If they are territorial and in the caves, if we go to their caves, we may find them extraterritorial. I guess if we were to make pleasantries with them and try to ingratiate ourselves to them, they would be less likely to attack. But that's some pretty big assumptions. I unfortunately haven't had a lot of experience with the lizard folk, having lived pretty separately from them.
Well, you two are pretty good talkers. You could probably tell them to chill, right?
Maybe. Just depends on if they're
That's assuming they understand us.
Yeah, and receptive to the idea.
Would I know what language lizard folk speak? I've read about that somewhere. Heard about that. No.
Probably not.
Is that a nay then, Kugal, or a yay?
I mean, they seem pretty.
Let's move forward. I agree.
Oh,
You want to move to the coast?
well, move to the
I mean,
coast.
that way Oceanus could be like, all right, that's about
Sure.
this far away. And then
That
we
seems
could,
like a more advantageous.
I mean, we could camp right inside the tree line.
I guess that's true. That's 3 yays.
Plus, it'd be nice to get out of this for just a minute.
That means
You're
nay or yay.
voted.
Looks like we're going forward.
It would
Oceanus,
have been a nay.
Oceanus, we decided to go ahead and head to the coast.
Talk to
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to talk like this.
You wound me.
Not physically. But
Okay, who's leading the way to the coast?
Not me. Clearly, I get lost.
Keeping
guy.
the lead, Mr. Kugal.
Sure, let's give it another try. See if I can screw this one up.
I'd say you can make this one with advantage, because you have kind of the sound of the ocean to kind of
This
help
is a survival.
survival. Yeah, and you've got Oceanus giving you a hand too.
Ooh boy, not so awesome. An 8. is
Okay.
the highest.
You all set off following Oceanus and Kugal, and more than once, you wind up in an area that is just so overgrown with bramble or just kind of rotted out trees and vegetation that you kind of have to turn back, backtrack, and then move a bit forward again. And it ends up taking you about an hour. Definitely longer than what you thought it would to get to the coast. But the trees start to become more sparse, and the sound of the ocean, the smell of the ocean, the salt air begins to overtake. It's doing it. It's
Oh, the
doubling
duplicate
up.
music?
Yeah, it's doing it.
Yeah, I don't know
again.
why. It did that on my campaign too. Like the music just when it looped it twice. So it's playing a track on top of a track.
Fix this, Sirenscape.
Yeah, that
Because
sucks.
Taylor Swift did, it's actually like 2 albums, but in one.
I'm gonna research that while we play.
So everything's double now. as
Or
well.
devil stuff.
100% yes.
Like when you play the record backwards.
Yes.
But you do find yourself now back out toward the sea. Looking out, you're actually kind of on a kind of a rocky outcropping that allows you to actually look out to the sea. The sun is very low, and you can see there's probably about just half of it still up above the horizon line. It is quite beautiful. Purples, pinks, oranges kind of fill the sky. Occasional kind of light streaks of clouds in the sky. And off to the right, which would be the north, you see a pretty large promontory, so kind of this piece of land that just juts out from the rest of it, like a big Florida that kind of juts out from the mainland and almost kind of turns back on itself, almost like you'd have to do like a horseshoe almost to follow the land and get back into, or without having to go through the water, rather. The sound of the waves kind of crashing, it's kind of the first moment of solace you've had in a couple of days, and first breaths of fresh air. Definitely still some daylight left. What are y'all doing?
I do not like the swamp.
No, it's terrible.
I'm glad to
Let's
be
not-
here.
We should walk this way home.
Takes a long way.
Yeah, take the coastline. Oh, it's so refreshing.
I'm still kind of just looking for some tea leaves anywhere around here.
You definitely don't see any around here. I didn't realize you were looking for some still.
Always a profit to be made.
Oh,
Well, you were very
Okay.
preoccupied with most of that time
Absolutely.
poking the ground, so.
unless you like.
That wasn't right in front of me.
Yeah, it's like unless you poke the tea
Cover
leaves,
a
like-
pretty good, portion of land there. Like,
Right.
Oceanus kind of steps forward and kind of looks to everybody and says, "So, what's the plan?"
That is a good question. So, right up there, and I'll point down the coastline. That's our destination, right? That's where we're going. We'll go.
I believe
That's
that's what was
Oceanus.
described to us.
He knows where the cave system was.
Oh, Oceanus, up ahead, cave system.
That's the one.
So there's two ways to play this. One, it's getting a little dark. We use that, go a little quiet, see what actually is going on. Now, if we get caught while doing that, that is immediate grounds for these guys are bad. Let's scrap.
So wait. Go ahead. Sorry, never mind.
Option two, we have Aelin light herself up, as she is prone to do when we're in a dark place, and we casually move towards them, showing that, hey, something's coming. They're not trying to hide. So either they shoot us with arrows immediately, or they see what the glowing light walking towards them is.
And then shoot us with arrows.
Probably. It happens almost every time to me. But there's a chance at peace with the second one when we're seen. Whereas the first one, there's no chance until we get close enough to pick the right moment we introduce ourselves.
I do want to point out in your first option that it's us sneaking in, and then if they discover us, they're the bad people.
No.
We're trespassing.
We're the bad people in that regard. So if they catch us doing that and they shoot at us, it's kind of expected, you know.
We had it coming.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but we're asking for it. I don't
Exactly. So
I don't
you're not. So option
don't
one.
care
You
for
don't-
that one.
So you want to go in lit up. I'm kind of in favor of that too. If we're actually trying to, hey, we're not here to just slaughter everybody. We're here to talk. One of those.
You don't think we should wait for the daytime then? Like camp here, wait until the morning, and be like, "Hello."
We're on the coast, don't we have, or even in the tree line? There's a much higher chance of like one of their scouts seeing us at that point, right?
Yeah, but at least then, it would be just natural. We don't know what these lizard folk like believe in, or thoughts, or religious stuff. They could see some big glowing orb thing coming along the coastline, and
I think
don't
it's
know
like a
what
god.
it is.
That actually
could-
be the best outcome.
They could attack us. Yeah.
Not the worst.
Yeah, you could be some deity. I don't know.
Is anybody conveying any of this to Oceanus?
I wasn't.
Not
I was about to ask him
first.
something. Else. Oceanus, you said they're territorial, right? If we camped right here, you think they'd get weird about it?
It could go either way. We could be seen as just travelers going along, minding our own business, or we could be seen as careless spies.
Careless spies.
Which
huh?
is kind of what we are. I whisper in Elvish.
Or we're small business owners. We come to
Also
collect tea
true.
leaves to sell it. I'm a small business owner. That's what. I mean, it could be that. It's not wrong. It's not a lie.
Oh, but we're
I
just
don't
here
think
looking
they
for tea
share
leaves.
the same economic principles as
So he says that.
They don't barter here. The lizard folk don't barter.
they do, but
Well, she can't speak Elvish.
I'm assuming you're
Yeah, yeah,
translating
yeah.
Oh, okay.
this, yeah. Let's say they absolutely have a bartering trading system. They are as lizard folk. They do form themselves into tribes and sustain themselves through various means, from what I understand. I'm just saying it may be best to be forthcoming with our intentions rather than to lie and be caught in that lie.
Okay, all right.
Sound kind of like your friend, Magic Lady person.
Honesty is the best policy. Is what
You
I'm
bring me
getting.
this shiny thing, and I'll give you this shiny thing.
If we're being the most honest, then the honest thing to do would be to camp, not approach them at nighttime, and then approach them in the morning in broad daylight.
I like how his opinion has suddenly turned to ours.
I didn't want to say that.
Wait, what? I didn't hear red. What'd you say, red?
Huh?
Whatever. Either way. So I suppose we just camp on this coast, and we'll see them in the morning.
I think that sounds great.
We're gonna camp here for the night.
All right.
Right here.
Are we making a fire? Are we going back into the swamp? Conceal ourselves? Or there are more than just lizard folk in the sea.
Yeah, I don't want to stay on the coast. Let's go in a little tree line, a little bit, tiny bit.
That sucks in there.
It does suck real bad in there, but I don't want to, whatever's in the water. Boat sees us camping, like, oh, easy pickings. You know what I mean?
At least it smells better. We get the ocean breeze.
I know. It's just not safe. But if y'all want to, we can.
We're walking back this way for a
Wait, what?
while. Going on home. When we're done
Oh,
here, we're gonna take the coast trip for a little bit,
I completely agree with that.
as long as we can.
All
Back
right.
into the market.
Turn to the tree line and I'll
Mm-hmm.
go swamping.
Okay. We're looking for just a survivable place to camp.
Maybe an elevated place, ideally. Somewhere not in the
Got a
mud.
little tree cover, maybe a little bit.
Okay. Everybody can make a survival check.
Yo, nat 20.
Hey.
17.
11.
9.
Okay. Kugal and Colt, both of you just naturally kind of veer off just a little bit, maybe 5-10 feet from the rest of the party. And as you kind of cross past some trees, you find a pretty decent, I mean, for considering it's a marsh, to put camp, there's a decent amount of cover. You can still hear the sea. You can't quite see it. And there is, it is very light on high ground. Most of the ground is kind of soft and kind of gross still, but there is one spot that kind of is a bit of a rocky protrusion that has a bit of a flat surface on it, but it is only big enough for one person to put a cot on.
Y'all can fight over who wants this spot. Like, as long as I've got a couple of trees together, I can string my hammock up and it not be a problem.
You, Aelin and Red, you both notice that both Colt and Kugal are kind of, you've kind of walked and they're kind of behind you, and you see them both just stand at you, like their backs are to you, and they're just kind of doing the dad like hands on the hips, like
Good work.
"Huh."
They're just like, we're gonna let us go.
We missed something?
And, I guess we go see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this spot's pretty good, but it's a little small.
I mean, I can sleep in the tent somewhere. Like, it's fine, right?
I guess, yeah. If you get enough branches and leaves and stuff and put it under there, it's not as watery, I suppose.
Mm.
It's like watery.
It's not dry, but it's not like a sponge filled with water either. It's everything. It's a marsh. Everything is damp and like
It's like solid ground. Though.
yeah. Think of like if you were to walk into our backyard, like 48 hours after a good rain.
No, it's fine. The tent's fine.
Squish, squish, squish.
It's a little
just need
squishy,
to-
but you know,
Just need to
this
clean.
is outside.
What's that to clean the mud off of? Well, you can magically clean mud off, so never mind.
It's just gonna get dirty again. It's fine.
I know. I mean, just,
All right, well, if you don't care, Aylin, all right,
We're
I'm just
good.
going to set up here. Start setting up.
mhm.
Make a little fire.
Where are you
outside
setting
of it.
up?
On a clear spot.
Okay. Oceanus comes up and goes, "Oh, so you're taking the clear spot."
Whoa, I'm sorry, O'Shea. Did you want it too? I thought.
No. I just thought there'd be a discussion. And he kind of turns and walks and kind of just looks down at like a patch of like moss and just kind of sits down. And he starts to kind of unload his pack.
I liked water.
No, we don't like this kind of water. He likes that kind of water.
Isn't he gonna sleep in the tent with you?
No.
I didn't plan on it unless you.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Can this thing fit 2 people?
Is it a 2-person tent?
I thought that's what we bought. Were two
Yeah.
people tents.
Where is tent? Oh
Because you
yeah, it
fixed
is a 2-person
mine.
tent. Hey, I got room in my tent for 1. I will share.
I will sleep with you.
Would you like some soap as
I
well?
will sleep in the same tent as you.
Ayla, make a perception check.
Last time I got attacked.
11.
you see Oceanus just kind of looking over at Red. you don't. You know what I'm saying? And he just kind of goes back to unpacking his stuff.
Did you say that you're sleeping with him?
Yes,
audibly
because
said
last
that?
time,
Okay.
yeah, because last time didn't end so great.
I look over and I see that Kugal is, I imagine, setting up his thing. So I'm like, Oceanus. We don't speak the same language, but I have a tent. You can sleep in the tent. Can one of you guys translate if he wants to sleep in the tent? Colt,
You know what? This is a learning experience.
Wait, what?
I
What
say
did you
that-
ask me to? What about
Yeah,
it?
I say to Colton, comment.
how do I say tent? Can you let Oceanus know he can sleep in the tent if he wants, so he doesn't have to sleep outside?
What tent?
The other tent we have 2 tents. You guys have one. We're gonna have the other.
What?
It's cultural exchange.
You have to roll for charades.
Why would I not? Why would I not? She
Funnier.
has. Oh, you want her to tell him?
I'm trying. I've got the tent from you or whoever's got the other tent. I'm trying to put it up, and I'm like, Oceanus, if you want to come sleep in the tent, sleep in the tent.
Sure. And he starts getting his things and putting them back in his bag.
He's learned a word.
Come
learned a word.
sleep tent.
Tant.
Close.
Mi amo Kira.
Ikai Sakira.
And he comes over and helps you kind of put the tent up and everything. Go ahead.
I'm trying to converse with him like, Aylin, Oceanus, tent.
Tant.
How do you say it?
And then he says some word in Elvish that's
Which sounds like
Friano.
There you go.
Frianois.
I love
Oh. Whoa.
Any Tolkien nerds out there, tell me what tent is in Elvish.
it. Equals L.
I just remember from Spanish class, it was como se dice. I'm like, how do you say? How do you say tense in Elvish?
Is anybody else doing anything out of the ordinary? Bedtime ritual?
I'm just gonna make just kind of a lap around, just to see if there's any
Keep an eye on stuff.
weird plantness, if there's
Should definitely do a watch as usual.
I'm gonna set an alarm on the side of the where the lizard folk come from.
Okay.
Right.
Looking for tea leaves in the distance.
You said you want to do watches, Red?
Yeah, we should do watches.
I agree. Last time we did not do watches. There were men with knives within 5 feet of us.
It was great.
Alarm worked, but I can't make it big enough to stop that distance. You know what I mean? We got to do a watch, y'all. Oceanus, you too. So I suppose how's that play out? Is it 2 hours each?
2 hours each.
All right.
Dos horas, as the Elvish people say.
We just make Spanish the default Elven language.
I was against watches last time. It was a bad idea, so I'll go first this time. Make up for it a little bit. So I'm up first. I'll wake up. Who next?
I can keep second watch.
Third, fourth, fifth.
I'm last.
Okay, y'all get comfortable. I'm gonna start digging in my backpack for a book. And, get some sleep. I will be reading and looking around for the next couple hours.
Un libro.
Start reading the Truth in the Sea book that I have on me.
Yo leo un libro en la noche. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? All right. So you all hit the sack, and throughout each of your watches, nothing happens. Nothing creeps on the camp. Nothing seems to try and sneak up on you, pinch you, bite you, lick you, whatever. Kugal, being outside of a tent, you had a little bit of trouble sleeping. You still get the long rest because with all the bugs like swarming around.
I'm used to that.
Yeah.
I for the record, I'm switching out a spell.
Nice.
New one. I'm real excited about it.
Yes. Está la mañana. You all benefit from a long rest. And I'm just going to kind of pass it to y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all are doing.
Eat some food. Ask Red nicely to clean me. Thank you, Red. And pack up my tent.
I
can
have
start.
a ration from you. If you want
Yeah, I'll take a ration. Do you want to start teaching them how to speak Elvish? Like, get some phrases going. Like, what time is it? Or where is the bathroom? Or stuff like that that's useful.
I don't know how to teach Elvish.
We know how to speak it.
I do. Thanks to these, actually. A little bit of magic as well. That's how I could speak that, what was it called? Deep speech as well. Didn't actually study it. Kind of just implanted it in my brain, I guess you could say.
Well, we know some phrases. Like,
How are you?
yeah, like, hola is hello. Like, there we go. So you could say, hola,
Hola,
Oceanus.
Oceanus.
And you see, yeah, magic.
I thought
That's
hello
great.
was Aya.
Pull up his picture.
I got the Lord of the Rings Elvish alphabet in my face.
There we go.
Don't get me started. I'll get carried away. I will learn Elvish by next
I think
session.
it's Quenya. Is the name? Yeah, Quenya.
Namari, be well.
Namaste.
Hara Marise, stay in happiness. Friendly, weird Elvish talking ways.
Don't cheat off him.
You gotta learn your own Spanish Elvish.
Do your own Googling.
There's way too much time to learn the Lord of the Rings Elvish language. I bet some people probably really know that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Duolingo teaches High Valyrian.
Really?
Nice.
Wow.
It's
Valyrian.
one language at a time for me, though. That little cartoon owl has threatened to cut me if I don't take my lesson every day. All right. So what is... Actually, I'll say Oceanus walks up to the two of you. He's eating his
Yo.
ration.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
So what is the plan?
I guess we should just figure that out, huh? We're kind of just going to go find them, but we didn't really say what we do when we find them, did we?
Yeah, they just want us to investigate, see what's going on. And... Really about that. In hindsight, we didn't really ask a lot of questions.
Well, yeah,
As
being
far as-
honest,
we were just excited about the boatload of money that they offered us. And the boat, which was a joke, but...
ideally there shouldn't be much to it. I mean, if we find them and they're not immediately aggressive, we say, hey, you guys are looking to buy weapons. We come from Saltmarsh, and they were just a bit worried about that. What was your intention with said weapons? And then if they're like, to take Saltmarsh, then we're, sorry that can you not do that? You know?
We're just going to genocide them. Is that what you're saying?
Why are you genocide? I'm not going to kill every lizard folk in Faerun.
Well,
Red?
just the ones here. That was kind of... We don't... Yeah, so... All they asked us to do is just to look into the lizard folk.
Did I just with that question? Is that not?
Maybe I should rephrase. They didn't really give us a lot to go on.
Well, yeah, that's true. We just need to find their intentions. That's what our goal is. I could have sworn.
Sure. That sounds great.
I mean, if you kill them all, there is no real
Yeah,
thing to
there's
worry about. Period.
Problem
But-
solved.
We have no idea how many lizard
True. Could be a small army based on the weapons that we found on that boat.
I imagine there has to be a lot. That was a lot of weapons. So when we're approaching their tribe, I think so.
Killed the women and the children.
We are definitely at
We are not genocide the lizard folk. We will self-defend if necessary, but we'll.
I was quoting a book I read.
Okay. Well, that's dark still, but either way. So we get there. We ask to speak to the chief. We hail from Saltmarsh, and we go from there.
I hope we can communicate with them.
Well, again, Red
Well,
is
they talked.
he's good at that, I think. So is Google.
Well, they talked. They talked in common on the boat.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
Oh, yep.
Granted, it was a little broken, like me, Tarzan, you, Jane, but it was
We can work with that.
it's enough, right?
Sufficient.
I went to high school with Tarzan. He was a good guy.
And we can see if
I'm
they
sorry, I
speak
totally
any
was like,
other
oh, but-
languages if we know. Like,
So we're opening a dialogue. So with if it's a lizard folk tribe, I imagine whoever they see approaching first, they're gonna assume is our captain or head honcho. So who's going in front?
I don't know. Maybe we should have rented a book about lizard folk at the library or something.
That would not have been a bad idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Same with the compass, but that's okay.
Who's our most charismatic, best speaker?
I don't know what
mean-
happens, but I get all weird when I have to give talks, so I don't think it should be me.
I mean, I'm feeling like a +5 out of 5 for charisma, if that's what you're asking.
Sounds like a pretty good
I
talk.
think we've got somebody who's volunteered.
Granted, I don't know much history about these people, so yeah, I can talk to them, but
That's not important. Just hit them with the basics.
history doesn't matter. All right, fine. Yeah, how's it going? Those people in Saltmarsh are worried. They're scared of you.
Yeah, just tell me no. You wanted to buy 100 whatever weapons, and that's a little weird.
We could frame it as, hey, we're trying to find those dudes that were on the boat.
Oh, you're lying. I thought we were talking about honesty,
we have
Red.
your weapons. We have
No,
your weapons.
not the lizard folk on the boat. We're making sure they're okay.
We went on this boat and they had our friend here locked up. And then there were these lizard folk who were like, oh, they've got weapons. We're waiting on our weapons. And then when we went back around, they were just
Yeah, the
gone.
crew attacked us, and they were gone when we came back to check on them, which is all true. It's just not the main reason we're here.
And then we were confused because we were like, there's no beef going on right now with the lizard folk. Is there? Are they okay? Maybe they need help. What's going on? Are they fighting? Who are they fighting?
Yeah, bro.
Where did our people go?
Oh.
I hate this idea. But if Red, you want to try, I guess
Just
you
throwing
can.
things out. We can just be, all right, hey, we're here,
This sounds like the most innocent way to go.
We're not technically lying. We're just trying to visualize.
I just don't think 4, 5 armed people rolling up on these lizard folk, they're going to believe we went all the way out of our way to, hey, we saw you guys were stowaways and took off, and we just came to check on you. I mean, that just... If I was a tribes person seeing 5 armored folks walking up, my bow would be aimed.
Empty hands.
Maybe we try and do a little sneaky. A little.
What with the weapon? And I tap my hip with the daggers on our hips and the stick on your
It
back.
doesn't scream
dangerous.
aggression if we're
I mean,
not.
I don't have any weapons exposed,
I thought you had is there not a dagger under that robe?
Yeah, what's under the robe?
And you,
Me?
a big old shield on your back, huge mace on your hip, shimmering blue metal plate, akin to mine, I bet. Except
Yeah, but you're a woman of the divine.
I'm a woman of the divine.
I mean, if we gave you a little robe to
It's
with
not
the
a mission
armor,
from
it'd be-
Gid.
all right.
I will
The
read-
reason
I
we
can
camped
talk, I
on
can
that
talk.
coast was for honesty, and I feel like we're straying from that. And I got roasted for it too. I recall the other day when I was talking about sneaking at night. So at this point, you got egg on your face.
I don't know if I like sassy hero of Saltmarsh over here. I don't know.
It was the arm cross.
It was the arm
Arm
cross.
girls got us.
All right, it's fine. All right, let's get ready. I'll talk.
Right behind you.
Chat.
I'm
We ready to
number
go?
3Z,
Oceanus,
I
I'm
guess.
gonna try and talk this stuff through.
I think that's for the best.
Have you ever spoken with lizard folk?
Hmm.
Besides maybe the ones on the boat.
A couple of times.
Any advice?
Hope you find one that speaks common. Outside of that, they kind of have their own language.
If you wanted to talk to their leader, how would you ask that? Would you take a stick and go leader, or have
It could be a challenge.
Oh, it could. Yeah, don't do that. Never mind. What would you do?
This is my tribe now.
If it were me, I would do probably what I could to show that I'd mean no harm, which may be laying down weapons. But, again, without knowing what's going on, there's no promise that we'll ever get them back either.
Well, that's fine. Red, give me the word. I have 3 scimitars in my pack. I can just... Here you go. Friendly gift, if you want.
So much with the
I was going to use them
honesty.
for scrap, but...
Oh, for the Benton.
They got my button done.
Ooh, great.
You
You really
use
should
this?
now.
I'm only doing it if you tell me to, though. You're taking the point.
I don't know.
I give you the 10-foot pole fancy schmancy thing back just so that
Thank you.
you have it back.
Pocket it.
All right, well, let's start moving that way and just kind of see what happens. We're going to do great.
Okay. And how are we looking at approaching, if you... So I have the little marker on the map down there where the promontory is. This is where you currently are. You're kind of on the inland portion of it. And when you get back out to the coastline, you can see there's probably a good 400 to 500 foot span of ocean in between the coastline and then where kind of that rocky outcropping is, short of, again, following the coastline around.
We got to cross more water?
We're just going to have to walk.
I am more than capable of traversing that, but I believe I'm in the minority here.
I got to make something hell with that, but I wouldn't have it until tomorrow. She can pretty much... Her armor does some floaty thing. I think she'd be fine.
Well, that's assuming there's even an entrance by sea. I mean, maybe there is, but I've got no clue where one might be. And again, if I go down there swimming around by myself, poking around, and something finds me...
Right. Let's not do that.
let's just head up the coast to see what it looks like. I suppose it'll be some
Take
weird
the long way.
smuggler, weird crossing thing again. I don't know.
Okay. Everybody good with that?
Take the long way around.
Okay. You make your way kind of back up the north side, or kind of the eastern side of that coast, headed north. So kind of veering a bit right from the direction you've been traveling pretty much this entire time. Until you eventually find a spot where there is you see a river kind of flowing down, and it is flowing at a decent rate. It looks like it is probably passable. It doesn't look anywhere near as intense as the river that you had crossed previously. But you do kind of find yourself staring at this. I'd say it's a good 40, 50 feet across. And you do lose, like it looks, again, fairly shallow, but you kind of lose the bottom of the river, closer to the middle, so it's kind of hard to say exactly how deep that is. Looking left, looking right, you don't see you don't see like a bridge or anything like that.
What's on the other side?
Just kind of more marsh,
Okay.
kind of continues on, but as you've kind of walked, you've kind of followed this river more or less from the coastline. Like it kind of feeds up, like this river feeds out into the ocean.
So,
Are we moving quietly, like attempting to be stealthily, or
I think just normal.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't.
so we haven't like seen anybody?
Not at the moment.
I don't know if I can go through that. How deep's that? I don't know how deep's that.
You got your pole. You're like, at least
can't
this
swim?
deep.
I can swim. It's just and right now hold on. I push into my chest and my arm retracts back into that little chest area. I mean, it's just not that heavy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Go rock.
S. Oceanus, can you scout that? Tell us how deep that goes.
Sure. And he goes into the water, and you see once he gets about waist deep in, he kind of dives in. And it takes probably about 20 seconds or so. And you see him pop up on the other side, kind of shakes himself off, wipes the water off, turns around. You see he's probably about 20 feet further back south from where he dove in. So it looks like there is a bit of a current, but he turns around and you hear him kind of go to yell, and then he kind of stops and like looks left and right and just kind of looks back at you and is like he doesn't want to yell out for no reason.
I'll send him a message and be like, "Hey, it's me. I'm talking in your head. It's fine. It's magic." How deep was the water? Just reply in your head.
You hear him say, "What in the fuck?"
Yeah, it's cool. It's great. Don't worry about it. How deep was the water? Is it deep?
Probably about 10 feet.
I'll say back. Probably about 10 feet deep.
I think we can swing that. Ford the river? Or caulk the wagon? Nah, it's an order truck.
We're going to lose the oxen.
Forward. We're on the grueling pace.
Man, 10 feet. That's deep for a wagon.
Oceana's got the smallpox.
I go up to the river and start to head across. I don't know if you need to know this or not, but with my fancy schmancy armor, my swimming speed equals my walking speed.
Wow.
Very good.
I'm a professional. But I do look visibly I'm very uncomfortable being in this water.
Okay.
But I'm good at it. But I don't like it.
Okay.
outside of giving you that speed, is there any other benefits that it gives? I know that if you were to go unconscious,
Yeah.
it would float you to the top. Is there
Yeah.
anything else besides that?
It's pretty. It's decorated with fish and shell motifs.
Okay.
Really nice looking. It's
Minus
visually
the-
stunning.
Minus the acid burns in
We
it.
don't want to talk about that.
Okay. You go in, and the rest of you watch Aelin as she puts on probably the poorest display of like a standard swimming motion. It's just kind of mostly flopping around in the water. But whatever she's doing, it's working. It's like in the you don't mess with the Zohan, where he's in the water and he's just kind of and she's just going. Yeah, exactly. And she just kind of zooms across the water at a regular walking pace, never sinking underneath. You do hear her occasionally like let out like a shriek.
Big cough.
You get a few solid breaths of water up your nose as you're going, and you make your way to the other side.
Good.
I think it's about 40 feet across, sort of. 40 feet.
Yeah, in and around.
Well,
So I'll walk in 10 feet, and then I'm gonna miss the rest. Not having it. We're not doing this.
You see Red
And
just.
then I'll just start drying off my pants. Like, ta-da!
how wide is the river?
About 40, 50 feet.
Can I hurl rope that far?
How are you looking to do it?
I got a coil of rope, and I want to uncoil a ton of it, and I want to underhand just lob, try and reach the other side.
I'd say you could try.
Hey, can one of y'all catch this?
Make an athletics check.
Oh boy,
Who's got it?
I'm ready.
19.
Okay.
Like the wide receivers in the end.
Yeah, we're all lined up. We're ready. We don't know where it's going.
Okay. You let this rope kind of. You still have a few kind of loops in it, and you use that as kind of the weight, like the heft, to throw this thing across as it unfurls in the sky and is going to fall kind of near you.
Sons of mice.
If both of you are trying to catch it, let's call it make a. You know what? Let's make a sleight of hand check, I'll say, just to see if you can grab onto this.
You got a nat
Natural
20.
20.
Hey, okay.
I rolled half of that.
This thing, as it's unfurling in the sky, yeah, you look up and just a beam of sun is just like, you're that one kid in the outfield. Like, that was me. But you just perfectly predict where this thing is going to unwind, and you catch it with one hand.
Yeah, I did.
Wow, we're good at this.
I got it.
All right,
Very
cool.
impressive.
I will tie my end to my waist, and I'll look back to Kugal and say, Kugal, you want some rope help, or are you just going to go for it?
Sounds better than what I had planned. Oh yeah. I'll tell it too.
So do you have your own rope, or you need some rope?
Am I pulling both of you across?
Well, I was gonna try to swim a bit, but if I've got the
Oh, you
assistance
can
of
have the
rope-
hoist. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
No, one at a time. One at a time. I don't want to make this extra hard. Here, I take out another set of 50 feet rope and tie the second set to myself and hand you the end.
We'll do that.
There we go.
Hang here.
Chain
We'll pull you over in a second. All right, and I just have two giant rope coils around my
this.
chest.
Oceanus, let's just hold this and make sure nothing.
If I drift away, please pull me in.
I'll try to hold back
Once when you
too,
get
just
it,
to
I'm
make
gonna
sure
try
he's
and
got enough
pull just to help you out.
Start walking in the water as soon as it gets deep. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, you feel like you walk like as far as you can, like the water is just underneath your chin, and yeah, you take that breath and you go under, and as soon as you do and you kind of lift your feet up, you feel the current kind of start to carry you off. You're starting to swim. You all have a pretty good handle on the rope. You're pulling, and as you are pulling, you kind of see the rope like going downstream. So y'all are just continuing to pull. Kugal, you see that as well. You start to pull. Eventually, you get to a point where both of you are kind of in a tug of war situation. You feel yourself just stop underwater, but you kind
I
of
feed him some more.
you kind of float to the top a little bit, and your head is just up, but you feel like you're being pulled in two directions right now.
There. You just.
You let go?
I'll feed out as much as I can. I'm on the very end of it, hoping that they'll yank enough.
I'm
You're
pulling. I'm pulling
okay.
hard.
Yeah, they pull you the rest of the way in.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, that works.
We made it.
Rub my face a
Google,
bit.
you're up.
Okay, I'll back up a little bit and just take a running.
There we go.
I'll hold on to this rope
See
as
if-
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pull that slack-
I'm holding
pull
on to
that slack
the
in,
bonus rope.
Okay. And I'll say with everybody holding onto this rope, y'all are able to pull Kugal in, no issues.
Nothing can stop us.
There we go.
I'm
Safe,
like, let me get my feet on the ground.
I'll untie both my 50 feet sets of rope and sew them away.
Yeah, I can help you dry that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What a clean boy.
It's the least I can do.
The cleanest in the land. Okay. Now that you're on the other side of the river, you kind of have a good idea of the route you would need to take to get back down toward the promontory. It's probably a 20-minute walk, if you had to guess.
Oh, we press on?
Press on.
Let's go. Red, just so you're aware, I can only offer 3 scimitars and 2 long swords tops, okay?
I'll be sure to
Just so you
remember
know. If they're unsatisfied with 3 scimitars, just know we have a backup.
2 swords.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5 more weapons.
Should
than
we
they
be
would
arming
have.
these people?
The Benton stuff?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah, with some shitty weapons that could infuriate them.
Damn Benton Dent.
Yeah, here's some swords. Please don't attack us with them.
Please don't cut us.
Please don't cut us. We will destroy you, but please don't.
Right. Don't
Try.
make us resort to that.
Right.
Are we doing any specific marching order down here?
Just so you guys know, if things get like real bad, I can make myself really, really strong. Really strong now.
Can I try to think of what god lizard folk enjoy? If they enjoy a god?
So what do you mean strong?
Like it'd be really
Make-
difficult for them to hurt me.
You really don't know much about them, just like as a character, but I'll say if you want to make a history check with disadvantage, the DC is 18
Can I aid
for
in
you.
that at all?
Disadvantage, you say?
Yeah.
Fortunately, this 19 might not work then.
Started off hot.
It will not. History will be 16.
Close.
I'm not sure.
Should have studied.
Do I have any contacts, like lizard folk contacts in my smuggling ring?
No.
You mean your small business?
My small business, exactly.
Do I remember from like my parents' interaction with the new lizard folk as to like a greeting that they may have done, traded with it?
Not really, but just because they very much keep to themselves, to their own tribes. Like they don't do a lot of. They don't engage with humans or most other species for the most part. As far as you know.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
All right, Mr. Talker.
You leading the way?
I know. I'm trying to think of what we're gonna do. Okay. All right. Well, are there any signs of like? Are we being watched?
I mean, you're looking
Like, do we
around
see
trying
any
to see if you
scouts?
see shiny eyeballs in the bushes.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Charlie in the trees. In trouble. Perception's not that great. It's 6.
There's what?
It's a 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah. Looks like some trees.
You don't. Yeah, just lots of bushes, lots of trees, swampy, marshy bullshit everywhere. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess they'll come out and greet us when they're ready, right? We would assume. Yeah. Okay.
Hope
All right.
so.
Well, I don't have any weapons in my hands, so let's slowly kind of walk
We should
through.
probably
Let's-
just try to appear as unthreatening as we can, I think, for the time
Let's try and walk casual. Walk normal.
being. Fly casual.
Fly casual. Fly casual. Don't fly like you're trying to fly casual. Fly casual.
I'm
We're gonna
casual.
walk casual. We're walking here. I'm walking here.
Okay, so head down. The rest of y'all just following.
Yeah, but as we're walking, I'm gonna say to Red, hey,
Yes.
just so you're fully aware,
3 scimitars and 2 swords. I got it.
I could probably offer 2 nets as well,
2. No, we're opening
This
up the
is this
2.
just keeps going up.
and
2
maybe
nets.
maybe a ladder. If we're looking for non-violent options,
1 ladder.
I feel like lizard folk could take advantage of that if they don't want weapons. So now you know, all right?
Wait, hold on. Don't we need that ladder? Don't we need that ladder for something? Did we
Did
take
you
it
go
from
back and take that ladder that we told you
Is that the
specifically to
thief-
not
is that the
take?
thief bridge ladder?
As much as I wanted to, no, I bought this ladder
Oh,
because I figured
Do
we
we
may
have
need to
a
call.
ladder?
you already
Maybe
had a
we should've
ladder, and you
taken it.
wanted another ladder.
Yeah, I wanted
Y'all
2
were
ladders.
adamant
you
about
have-
that.
Ladder
two.
hoarder.
No, I have 1 ladder. You wouldn't let me take the other one, remember?
Yeah, y'all were
the
like,
only
no.
ladder we have?
Well, it wouldn't be a problem if I could have taken the other ladder. But just in case we have to, I can offer the ladder.
But no, if we only have 1. I thought.
So don't start off with the ladder. Like, we can offer
No,
you 2.
definitely don't.
2
What if
nets.
someone took
I
the
feel like
other
they'd
ladders?
appreciate the nets for fishing. They'd probably like that a lot.
Maybe.
That's really nice. It's really, really nice. Maybe not the ladder.
I mean, if it takes what it takes, Aelin, we got to do what we got to do.
1 step at a time, all right?
Okay.
Cold the ladder
Okay, so you continue walking.
I'll slow
south.
my pace down just like 1, like slightly slower than
Okay.
normal speed.
All right, 1 notch down.
Yeah, 1
Sure.
notch down.
Is that
Like to 4.
is that in an effort to be quiet?
It'll just be cool.
You're
We're
just being cool.
We're just walking.
I will
Alright.
put my shield on my back.
We're just
Cool.
walking.
I fall back. I fall back to Kugel while we're just casually walking.
How far back are you, Google?
apparently really far back.
Would you say a ladder's distance?
I don't want to be like super far back. I just don't want them to hear me. Cool. Do you remember why I was mad at them? I remember one of them said I was a career. Oh, that's no. Cole said I was a criminal.
That was Colt.
Yeah, because
And
we were
then-
like we were horrible smugglers.
Yeah, and then what was it the Red
He
said?
hated your
oh,
lifestyle.
No, Red didn't like my magic. He wasn't impressed. No, I remember.
Some
now.
of it was.
I mean, that's just a preference
that's
thing.
kinda
I
cool.
don't- Like, he said that we were dirty, rotten criminals over here.
He did.
So. But he's the one who's the ladder hoarder.
I couldn't remember from yesterday. I remembered I was mad at him, and then I was just laughing with him, and I was like, "Wait, I'm supposed to be mad at you," and I forgot why. Okay, cool.
I'm impressed by your magic.
Thanks, cool. My guy.
Okay.
Could you build a ladder?
Yeah.
That's like magic, though.
Oh.
A retractable ladder?
Oh, no. Maybe. No. Maybe?
No, like the pole retracts?
I've
but
never
like,
read schematics for something like that, so it'd be extra hard. But
What if we had two of those poles and then we could like tie them together? That'd be like a ladder.
Take out my 10-foot retractable pole and I push the button and it flings out. And I kind of wiggle it up and down, testing the durability. Does it seem durable?
It seems pretty durable. It's got some, like, at that full 10 foot length, there is some wobble to it. It's not like steel.
That might work. I don't know if it's
And a
durable enough,
pinch,
but
maybe.
I could probably reinforce it.
Yeah, we need two.
It wouldn't retract at that point. But yeah.
Yeah, we need two of them and then like
Wait, why are we talking about making a ladder? I have a ladder.
it's portable.
This one's portable. And I point to my backpack that is way shorter than a ladder.
Like, is it that portable though? As I guess the
Oh, no, you
Like
can't sneak it in your
that.
pocket. It had to be in a pack that's wide enough to actually hold a ladder.
Could
but
you imagine that though?
It'd be kind of neat.
Pocket ladder.
Retractable ladder. That sounds dangerous, actually. More dangerous than the pole.
Hmm.
Nah, I got my mind on other inventions. like a boat that actually goes on water, but with the right necessities. And how would I word this?
It flies too.
It doesn't fly necessarily. It's like it can go on land, but just as fast in the water. Almost like it's gliding on land. I've been thinking about that for a while.
Like floating.
Well,
on tracks.
I wouldn't say floating necessarily. It's like it's touching land, but it's just like the land is all ice. That make sense?
No.
I hear that. I'm like, no.
That's fascinating, though.
I'm working on designing that one of my books, but
It's like a boat with wheels.
yeah, kinda.
It's like a wagon.
Except it doesn't really have.
But then it's amphibious.
Yeah. But no wheels. Just glides.
No wheels.
Almost like you're permanently putting ice on the undercoat of the boat. So if it's on land, it just. Except you control it.
What if the ground's uneven?
You see, we work out the kinks as we go. That's part of the whole journey.
Part of the troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Do you just change?
I'm intrigued.
It's in development. It's fine.
You just change the code and it's all right.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Really.
Fascinating. That's magic.
Exactly, magic. But it's way in the back page.
What about boat that can fly too? Like you just.
It's possible, but I'm not too studied on aerodynamics. I'm more of a shipwright more than anything.
All right. So no on the ladder. All right.
Not for now.
2 nets.
In the distance now, you see where the kind of the land starts to crop back up into a bit of a more rocky, kind of craggy environment. And probably another couple 100 feet beyond that, you see a cave entrance that looks like this. And this cave entrance spans what looks to be about 30 feet wide and 15 feet high. And the already marshy ground just turns to mud as you get closer to the cave. Without even having to make a check or anything, Red, you see that there are tracks going in and out of this cave that look like they're from larger creatures. The cave kind of floor itself, as you can kind of see in just a bit, looks like it also consists of pretty thick mud. But inside, it seems like the cave kind of, like once you get past this already kind of big cave opening, it looks like the cave actually opens up even larger once you're inside.
We don't see any folk yet.
Yeah, I was about to say, have we seen anybody out there?
No, but you would all see the large tracks in the mud that look like they're going in and out of the cave area.
Does it look like lizard folk tracks? Or like, there's a big monster in here?
They,
Big old 3-toe tracks.
they have it. Looking at them, they are quite large. You know, probably. I mean, like the tracks of a large bear almost is what I would say. But the tracks seem like reptilian. But they have five appendages.
Interesting.
And there's quite a few of them. Quite a few tracks.
I'm gonna take a look around to see if we have any scouting eyes upon us. Right?
It's interesting. There's no people.
Make
out
a
there.
perception check.
Nope. Dose.
I look around as well.
Perception check.
Wow.
The sun catches my eye. It's a 7.
I mean, even with your passive perception of a 15, you don't see anything like spying on you or creeping around.
Looks fine.
It seems weird that no one's out here. You would think there'd be sentries or something, or guards. something. I mean, there's clearly tracks.
Maybe they just stay deeper in. I don't know. Or one has eyes on us right now and we don't see.
How close are we to the mouth? Okay.
I'd say you're probably still about 50, 60 feet away from the cave opening. If this whole time you've kind of continued to move closer, which you would have needed to do if you were looking at those tracks.
We can keep moving.
Yeah, let's just keep moving. I'll push in my chest and my armor comes back out. Helmet comes up.
You see Oceanus kind of go for his trident.
Whoa,
And
no,
that's
no,
like,
no,
put
no,
your
no,
armor
no, no.
on.
No, see, this is just because I get shot a lot when we try to be peaceful and walk in places. But we're fine still. We're fine. I'm just preparing to be shot.
Am I going to get
Does-
shot?
And
I'm kind of like a magnet for those, so odds are in your favor you won't. I won't say you won't, but more likely it'll be me. So you probably shouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
I see him cover himself, and I want to say, will you let him know if he's scared of getting hit? He can just stand behind me. I'm really strong.
Oh, Aelin said you could just stand behind her if you want to really avoid getting shot.
Okay. Walks over and stands behind her.
Red, you want me to walk side by side with you?
Sure, yes. I'm getting a little uneasy. Let's keep moving.
Okay, just remember, all right?
2 nets, got it.
I guess a drum too if you really want. But I really don't want
Is
to
this why
give
you
that
collected all this random stuff to give away to for bartering as pleasantries?
up. No, a drum is clearly a symbol of entertainment. I mean, they'll know what that is. Absolutely. So just in case. You writing it down.
All right. We
Shiny trinkets.
continuing into the cave, or what are we doing?
Keep moving towards the till we get to the front of it.
Yeah.
Not quite ready to go in yet.
I'd say you get about 30 feet from the front of it now, and from here forward, it's that kind of pretty thick mud.
Is it dark in there?
Yeah, pretty dark in there.
Does anyone have like a white cloth? Something we might be able to have like a small surrender peace flag or something like that.
Well, that's for our. We don't know if they would have.
I don't know if lizard folk would understand that.
We don't know.
That's a good point. Aelin, can you do the light up thing? Unless I can't see the dark. I don't know if you can.
I
think
just,
you can.
just lit myself up.
Oh, there we go.
It's a beautiful pink color.
Perfect.
I changed my mind. It's green.
It doesn't go with the phrase.
What are we doing, Red?
Yeah, we'll keep moving. Keep getting closer and closer and closer.
You step
Kind
into
of
the
looking for.
you step into the mud, and
Yeah. Start.
it sinks down to about your shins with each step.
Oh, this is deep. Oh, that sucks.
Right. There's not a better way to get around. It's just it's mud from here on out.
If you get
to
a
the
little
cave.
closer to like say like the rock face, further up to where it's like smaller, more solid ground.
So on the outside, like this whole area is just mud, and then once you kind of get to the cave entrance area, like it's not like hills or anything. It's just kind of like sheer, in a sense. So there's not
Right.
really a great
But
way to
the
even
prints
go
that
around.
are in the mud, are they shin deep in the mud, or are they
They're
just kind of
pretty-
across the top?
They're pretty deep in there.
Okay. So it's
Hate
bad.
this already.
It's bad terrain for everybody.
Yeah, it's not ideal for anyone.
It's gotta be like cave floor eventually, right? Let's just keep
Maybe.
trudging.
So you're
Yeah, I'm
kinda-
like trying to like.
there is no. I mean, you
Yeah,
can.
it gets just right
but
back as
it's
soon as.
just yeah,
so
about
I'm
to
just
the
kinda
middle of your
carefully-
shin.
Closer and closer.
As you get into the cave itself, you see that the cave itself reaches a height of about 40 feet once you're in here. It's quite large. And now that you're in here, you also see at the far side of the cave, on the back end, there's a narrow stone pathway that connects two arched entrances that lead deeper into this hillside.
It
One
splits
on
off.
yeah, kind of like so if if I'm the cave, the back of the cave, this pathway goes to your left and right, and there's a kind of a door on either side with a couple of lit torches next to them.
Oh, they're lit.
So one of these is in the northeast and one's in the northwest corner.
Interesting. Nobody's in here.
Not that you see.
Do you think we should be like, hello?
I don't like this. We should have come across somebody.
And like as those words leave your lips, a sudden movement in the mud is all the warning that you get before 3 large forms leap out of the mud toward you. And we're going to go into initiative. We're going to take a quick break while we go into initiative. But give us 10 minutes and we'll be right back, everybody.
We're getting jumped.
Lead the pack.
And we are back. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Let me get our music back going here.
Thank you.
Stealth check.
Nice inspiration skull, by the way. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Very nice.
As if it
You
wasn't
use
also
it?
made in a similar color situation as a certain dice tray.
Beautiful. I don't like that
It sounds
sound.
like terrible in here.
That sounded loud, though.
What was that, Gary?
I feel like I'm gonna ride
Nothing's
you.
supposed to be that loud. Let me make sure.
Do a jump scare like I did those. Remember those mushrooms from a long time ago, in Horde of the Dragon Queen? Like you stepped on one and I played that scream.
What
audio
kind of
effect.
mushrooms, Jamie?
They were, I forget what they were, but they were just regular mushrooms after a rainstorm. But if you touched one or stepped on one, they just screamed bloody murder. I think y'all were there.
I hated it.
All right, let's go ahead and do initiative here. Kugal,
17.
17. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Aelin,
Let me see what my plus is. I was
17.
not- You're Aelin?
Oh,
Dang.
Got him.
Excuse me?
how could you?
My
I was like, wait a minute.
Whoa.
I'm Aelin.
I just thought for a second you had 17, but then I got sassed. I was like, I
Yeah,
guess
Tiger.
not. I guess not.
20. Not natural.
Oh.
This guy.
8. I'm super fast.
He was very surprised.
All
So
right.
good. Just
If we both had 17, what's our determined?
So
I thought we were having a 17 train.
at that point, you are both right next to each other in initiative, so you can go in either
Same.
order or at the same time. If you want to do a combo move, you can.
Oh, him and Aelin?
Him and
No, me.
Oh, red. Oh.
I know that we can get confused with the two of them sometimes.
Definitely. We're identical.
Yeah, my name is Redrin.
But you said these things jump from the shadows. So, like, are they midair? Like, what are we looking at here?
Wait, I need to hear your best Red Ren impersonation.
That's what I was going to say. You have to do the voice.
Lathander. Praise be
Is
Lathander.
her character from another campaign?
It's a little too on
Oh,
the.
you know what? Y'all are in a cave too, so. All right. So what was your
I
question,
really
Mr. Cole?
appreciate it. That was really
So these figures, they leaped up at us. Are they, like, on the ground? Are they midair about to
Yeah,
attack
right
someone?
now
or-
they are mid-air, coming down on you, and you see that leaping out towards you from underneath this mud are a few giant
Whoa.
lizards.
Oh.
You're talking lizard folk.
We can't talk with these. Oh, we're about to look
And
real
they
bad.
are-
We could try.
They are massive.
5. Big ass.
This is where diplomacy
Chameleon.
dies. You killed our guard dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Iguanas.
Let's see. We'll go to.
Let's try to knock them out. We can knock them out.
The folks in Belize call those tree chicken. I learned that when we went to Belize on our cruise.
Tree chickens?
Tree chicken, because they eat crap out of them. Like we'd eat chickens. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, they live in the trees. It's great.
So they actually are going to have a surprise round on you.
Oh, great.
They're all kind of leaping out at the same time. So the first one that jumps out, let's see, they have these, is going to be this one on the left. My left is going to jump out and try and get a bite at you, and it is going to do so with advantage here.
It's kind of like an arrow.
Sort of, yeah.
Let's see. That's a 17.
No, sir.
Okay. You managed to get your shield up, block it just in time. The second one that jumps up is going to try and take a bite out of you, Red.
They're just scaly dogs.
16.
That misses. No.
Yes. What?
I need to use that line. on
No,
you guys
sir.
later.
No, sir.
No.
It leaps up out of the mud and just bites onto your arm. for 7 piercing damage as it just rips into your flesh. The third one is going to try and take a bite out of you, Aelin.
Human shields.
But it definitely misses. Definitely misses there
Half
as you
elf
manage
shields.
to dodge out of the way, and it kind of like hisses at you.
Bad dog.
No.
That is going to bring us to your turn, Aelin.
I'm just gonna try and do my best here and hello, we're here on peace. Hello.
We're here on peace.
I don't know how they talk.
Should put out a ring
Innocent.
notification.
I have my shield up, but I'm trying to like, whoa.
Okay.
I'm not trying. Whoa, stop. Whoa.
Okay. Are you doing this like just in general, or are you trying to like talk to one of these lizards? Like how is
I'm
it?
looking at the lizard. Whoa. Like, surely there's got to be someone with like intelligence here. So maybe.
You can make an animal handling check and say.
13.
Okay. End of turn.
End of turn.
Okay. That brings us to Kugal/Red.
I'd like to put out a ring notification. 3 dogs lost.
Send it to the neighborhood.
High quality.
Dude, I'll just like, is it still like holding on to me?
No, it kind of like
Kinda-
bit you and
Released.
So I'll like
Yeah, and
real
reel
quick,
back.
like no, and is it just like still just staring at me like it hates me?
make an animal handling check. This is a hard check too, just for clarity.
Worse. 12.
Okay. You're not sure.
25
It's a
together.
big lizard.
It is a big lizard.
I'm gonna
Not great.
hold an Eldritch Blast at the one that attacked Red. The one towards the middle. If it makes another aggressive action towards it, then I'll blast it. But I'll just kind of hold and ready to
Okay.
shoot.
Okay.
Shoot him.
Red.
Shoot him.
You
Elizabeth.
already did that. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I got
You're good.
thrown off by my own interface here. That brings us to the lizards, which one of which, let's see, this first one that is that leapt out at you makes another advance toward you and is you see him like lean in as though he's going to bite you, but then instead of biting you, he tries to like butt at you with his head, like almost like pushing you back,
Oh, it's just a bonk.
which is
Some
a 19.
pets.
Bagel kitty, we do that all the time.
Right. Just wants attention.
And it just makes direct contact, like right with your chest. And normally that actually wouldn't hurt, but your feet are just so stuck in this mud that it causes you to kind of twist and almost fall back in a way. You do take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. The second one that had tried to, or that had bitten you, Red, is essentially going to do the same thing. But I believe it's actually going to miss with a 11.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
barely.
you go actually to dive, or like not dive, but like kind of move out of the way, but the mud actually prevents you from moving that way. And this thing, you kind of let it as though, so it actually kind of goes and kind of headbutts in the direction that you would have gone. The third one is going to attempt to do the same to you with a natural 20.
You got me.
Critical butt.
This thing, you see it, so as large as these things are, you see that their feet are very like they cover a lot of surface area. So they are, even though they're quite larger than you, they're kind of walking with ease, kind of on top of this mud. They're traversing it without any issue. And you see this thing that had originally kind of stepped back, start to take another toward you, and just actually makes direct contact with your chest piece, pulls your boots up out of the mud. Actually, as you kind of go to fall back, Oceanus actually catches you.
My guy.
But you do take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Oceanus is going to use his turn to kind of help you to your feet. And he looks over at you, Kugal, and you, Colt, and he's like, looks like he's about to like grab for his trident.
We give him one more chance. Hold on, Oceanus. Hold on. And I'm pushing myself back up, holding my shield up.
Okay. That brings us to your turn, Mr. Colt.
I'm going to take the dodge action while yelling, "Can you call off your guard dogs? We want to talk!"
Very good.
Okay. Aelin, that brings us to you.
I want to try and walk over to the solid ground, what appears to be solid ground on here. Get out of the mud.
These sides are walls. Oh, you mean up there?
All the way up here?
Oh, like the...
Well, that's
these
what I was
aren't-
saying. These sides, they're just kind of markers for the edge of the cave. It's not actually solid ground.
I will then, once again, hold off. And, I will use my bonus action. And, go ahead and cast my new spell. Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. What does that do?
It gives me +2 to AC for up to 10 minutes.
Still got your main action. We do with it.
We don't want to fight you! Call them off! Stop this!
That's a free action. We're making main action.
I mean, ideally... You know what? No, I'm going to try and...
I don't know, just...
Can I try and shimmy around them? I want to go up front.
So it is difficult terrain, so you move with half speed, so I imagine that would be 15 feet of movement that you have.
Can I be like, you
15.
coming with me, man? No, I'm trying to bring Oceanus with me if he wants to come.
I mean, you kind of walk off. He's not really able to follow you at the moment.
When I get there, I want to turn around and like thumbs
He
up
kind of
him.
looks at you and then looks at the lizards and then looks at you.
Is he? If he looks afraid, then I won't move. I'll stay. I don't want to lead him astray. Should I go back? I'll go back if I need to.
You used your movement to go there.
Okay, Oceanus, it's up to you. He'll be fine.
Okay.
If not, I'll go back and save him.
Okay. At this point, you see 3 fairly large lizard folk actually file out of one of these doors.
Well, there they are.
Swords ablazing.
And they are fully armed and looking quite upset at you right now. But that is their turn. And actually, there's one more that comes out just behind them. Slightly smaller in stature, also wielding the weapon. And you hear them call out, actually, to you all, and just says, "You have come to wrong cave. Go back where you came from or die."
This is in common.
And I'll say, it's in kind of like broken common. And I'll say, for the purposes of like initiative, if anybody wants to respond, you can.
I pull out. I'm gonna reach in my pocket and to my rations. I'm looking like for some like dried meat or something like that, and I was just gonna like toss one like at the closest one to me, like,
like
hey,
a treat.
hey, look what I got. And, like I'm waiting for it to like start following. Like yeah, it's like like hey, look what I got. And I'll kind of like throw it away from me, just to like see if it runs off.
Yeah, it like
gets
takes,
away from
it
me.
like takes 2 steps, but then like looks back at you.
We are not here to fight. We just want to talk. We're not here to fight or kill.
You here to talk to lizard folk?
Yes, and I hold out the drum.
You take my drum. Damn it, Red. I take the drum out and I put it in his palm.
Oh, yeah, this. I just have it like...
Tell him it's a
You
gift.
just like put it on his hand already.
Yeah, just sit on his hand as he holds it out like this. Tell him it's a gift, Red. For
We come
communication.
bearing gifts to talk about things, not violence. And the drum.
Chose the drum. I only got one of them.
We said not the ladder.
He make a persuasion check.
That's why we got Red up there. Why's the guy?
18. Not too bad.
You see the 3 larger lizard folk still have their weapons drawn. The smaller one, his posture eases up a bit, and he actually lowers his weapon. And you hear him say something to the lizard folk on the side, and the one kind of over here on the left makes this kind of noise with his mouth that's almost kind of like a hissing and clicking sound. And you see the 3 lizards in front of you kind of turn around and kind of walk away. And a couple of them go and just kind of sit or stand to the side. The third one kind of walks over and sort of halfway buries itself in mud and kind of lays down and is just
Crocodile eyes staring. Crocodile eyes staring.
his whole head is up. It's not like just the eyes, but it's like just the bottom half of it, back half of its body. And we're actually out of initiative.
I'll say, thank you. Is it possible, and I'll like switch my drum hand. Could we come over there and I'll point to like the far side of the like rocky area right here, just to like, can we come stand over there just to get out of the mud?
He looks like he has a pretty good understanding of what you're saying, but it's still not. But with you kind of motioning, he sheathes his weapon, as do the other lizard folk, and he seems to kind of like stand to the side a little bit and just looks at you.
Right, we're gonna slowly walk over there. I'll just like keep pointing like over there. You know, I'll just have my drum. I'll like slowly kind of walk over and I'll set the drum down, kind of like, I guess like here,
Okay.
and then like back away and like we're gonna stand over here.
Okie dokie.
And let's even sit down just to like be even more non-threatening.
You want to? Okay, I'll sit.
Yeah, let's just sit. Oceanus, we're
around
gonna
as
sit
well.
just to.
What'd you say?
We all walk around.
Okay. You all kind
Yeah.
of trudge your way through the mud. And are you sitting, when you sit, are you sitting like Indian style, like kindergarten?
Sure, yeah.
Crisscross
Not threatening.
applesauce.
Yeah, crisscross applesauce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sit down and the drum.
You go and kind of as you're making your way over there, because it takes at least a few minutes to traverse this shitty mud and kind of make it up to more steady ground. And in that time, the one that had kind of like called out to you, you see after they had sheathed their weapon, they actually kind of opened up a pouch, and it looks like they are kind of like snacking on something. And as they walk over to you, you see that this lizard folk, his green scales are kind of crisscrossed with these kind of angry white scars across his body, and one of their eyes is missing. It looks like it's been gouged out. There's no eye patch. It's just
Wow.
a socket there, more or less, kind of scarred
yeah.
over. And they walk up to you and continuing to kind of snack on their food, and you can see it looks like fingers that it's snack, like almost like little baby carrots.
Like humanoid fingers, frog fingers, other lizard folk
It's
fingers?
hard to tell.
Okay. All right.
And
Great.
they look at you and say, soft ones walk into Eret's home. Soft ones must be seeking death by spear.
We want to talk. The city just wants us to see, if everything's okay.
City is no friend of lizard folk.
Trade info. Trade knowledge.
Why is the city not friendly?
Softskins not friendly to lizard folk
Is it because they're afraid?
because they are weak.
There's a lot of bigotry when it comes to, some people.
Well, some people there are scared.
See them pull out another finger and just bite into it. This finger looks different than the first one. Like they just have a random, like a Gardetto's bag of severed fingers.
Finger food.
Well, they are curious, the city, of things happening in the coast. There were smuggling groups, illegal goods, bad people that look like us, like softskins. We've been investigating them, trying to figure out what they're up to. The city commissioned us to do that.
And this brings you here because...
Yes.
Why bring you here?
City not want war.
They want to get weapons.
Right. The smugglers that we found, they had lizard folk on their boat.
Kind of looks at you and then kind of looks over to the rest of you.
We killed the smugglers. We saw some of your people on the ship, and
All right, no, you not smuggler.
and they left before we could talk with them.
Do we have anything that we could show them as like this is a remnant of the smugglers that we killed? Like some sort of
Oh, I have some letters.
insignia,
I have some letters of some jaded women, all thinking that they were the true love. I have those.
like I've still got like the book that's got like the skull on it. I could show like we killed these guys.
I think we could just tell them that. Why would the smugglers ever come to your home like this? That'd be suicide for them, right? Dumb smuggler, right? Not dumb smuggler. Friendly talker.
Soft-skinned smuggler.
Both of you make a persuasion check.
Oh, baby, nat 20. I'm on fire.
24.
Good rolls.
You will speak with Minister Sarif.
Yes, we are here to talk.
With Minister Sarif.
Yes.
Weapons. No
Do-
weapons.
Do we stay here or we go somewhere? We go with you?
weapons stay with us.
I'll pull out a dagger the other way, in a non-threatening way.
I'll take my hand crossbow and just kind of set it on the ground.
Only weapon I have.
Other than that, I just got my fist.
All of us, or just us?
All.
I'll place my 2 daggers on the ground.
I
He
place.
starts looking at your staff, your stick.
Ow, my back.
That's my walking cane I'm not using.
Okay. I'll put that down too.
I put down my crossbow and my mace.
I gotta put my shield up.
That's what I'm not putting my shield up. If I'm just trying to put it on my back and be like,
I'll say to Oceanus, we're gonna talk with their chief, and they said leave your weapons here.
Yeah, you tried it.
Do they look at me weird when I start talking in English?
They didn't seem to. No differently than they have already. I mean, considering you're half elf.
Oh yeah.
Oceanus takes his trident off and follows suit, lays it on the ground. It beats getting stuck with a sword, I suppose, or devoured by those, and like kind of looks back, and you see the one that's in the mud just kind of look up. Yeah. Do a little Gale the Snail. Or no, wait, that was the McPoyle girl. After you drop those weapons on the ground, the other 3 lizard folk walk up and start to pick them up. And as they do, one of them looks over at your mace, still attached to your hip.
oh, I said I put it down. My
you did
mace
put it
and my
down?
crossbow.
Okay, I just heard the crossbow. Sorry. All right.
I just didn't want to put down my shield.
Well, he looks at the mace and picks it up. After they've kind of
Does he
gathered...
put it back? Did they only pick up my mace?
No, they picked up everybody's.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah. You didn't know what you had.
Your
girl.
shit's gone.
They got freaking Pawn Stars Rick is running his
Best I
thing
give you is
here,
2 silver.
Best I can do.
Yeah, it's like you gotta sell it. I got floor space. You know,
They
pay the rent.
look to the again, kind of the smaller one. Bless you. And he bless you. Says, "Follow me," and walks in through the door on the right hand side. The 3 other lizard folk kind of stay behind, and they look like they're kind of waiting on y'all to go. Like they're not going to lead the way, but the first one is.
I glance back as leaving. Like, do they look at the drum at all, or is it just sitting there unattended?
It's sitting there.
I was kind of come back for it if they don't pick it up. I follow behind leader lizard.
Kind of casually, non-threatening following.
Okay.
Drum.
I gotta remember.
Alrighty.
It's pretty dark in there.
Excuse me.
It is quite.
it's
dark.
not. It is not dark.
Oh yeah, she's still glowing.
I'm glowing
Oh, it's
with a
green.
beautiful, radiant green.
Oh yeah, you are.
I don't remember how to.
Got some fog on or something?
No, it's.
There's a little triangle up here.
I don't remember how to ping and make you all.
This is the if we raided scenario. It's that
There
dark.
we go.
That's all you can see.
They lead you in to this building, or this kind of structure that's built within this mountain, this hill. And let me pull this up here. So when you walk in, you see that there are no other torches like in these kind of hallways that seem to split off in a couple of different directions. These hallways are about 10 feet wide, and they've got about pretty tall ceilings, like 12-foot ceilings in here, all made with stone. A lot of you can actually see pretty well in the dark, though.
Well, she lit up.
And you're lit up as well. So, the lizard folk in front kind of leads you through these hallways, and I should be able to open this up, see if this works. It do. Sorry, guys. Let me fix this. I don't know why that's revealed, but it's fine. So you are led probably a few hundred feet. What are you all doing as you're kind of being led through here?
You're just casually looking around.
Very unguardedly looking around.
Yeah.
Cult's more curious than defensive in most cases.
How many people are in here? What's going on? What are they doing?
Any lizard children staring at us in awe as we're coming through.
As you make your way all the way across this facility, I guess you could call it, this fortress in the hills. Here, I should probably also change the music. You pass probably 3 patrols consisting of 4 more lizard folk.
Wow.
Going in various other directions around this place, and you can hear the kind of the murmurings and other various noises kind of echoing through these halls. I'm trying to see. You cannot see that. So just to give you a sense of scale.
Have we made any like turns or anything? Something that we should pay attention to the direction that we've come in?
Like maybe a couple. Kinda.
Yeah, so you've passed through. I don't know why y'all can't see this actually.
We did a left, then a right, then a left right, then a left curvy kinda.
I don't know why you can't see, but basically, like, this is like a 5-foot square.
Tight.
Well, if you can see, you can kind of see how big this place is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said, the corridors. I'm sorry, it's like a 10-foot area.
Oh.
So it's still quite large, but thank gummit, why is roll 20? It's very hard to stay in like DM mode
Troubleshoot. Yeah.
and troubleshoot shit. And like it's just not doing what I need it to do.
Not revealing stuff. Sometimes roll 20, roll 1.
Clearly.
Got him.
Got it. All right.
These nuts.
Either way, you make your way across a few different turns, a few different intersections. Again, all with things that are these rooms that you can hear. There's clearly someone behind there speaking or going about, you know, their daily lives, whatever that may be.
Doors in the.
There are definitely doors. Yeah, multiple doors. And you eventually come to a little junction right here.
Oh, yeah, it cuts off to the right or we go straight. Yep.
That kind of leads down to the south. Please, just freaking work. There we go.
Nice place.
Thank you.
Nice stone.
Mm,
They
well
got the
carved.
stone. You know the stone here.
You know, I know a guy. He's real good with stone. He might be able to tell us about this.
Okay. They come up to this door, at which point the guards that had your equipment, they actually kind of keep going and actually kind of disappear around that bend there. The one in front of you who called themselves Erot kind of knocks on this door. You hear kind of a whispery voice respond in some language that you're not familiar with. Well, actually, let me ask you this. Does anybody speak Draconic?
No dragon speech here.
Not me.
Not me.
Irrit is the name of our escort.
Aryte for your notes.
Definitely did not get that right.
I speak Draconic.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Will you spell it one more time? I'm so sorry.
Aryett.
Aryte.
Oh.
Irrit.
Right. You speak Draconic. Full of secrets over there.
You never asked. Just about my past. No, you never asked. Well, you did.
I was like,
Oh, perfect.
I avoided
And
it a
it's
lot.
just showing other rooms that.
Poke Stagger looks north. You gotta
Yeah.
rotate the light somehow.
Ooh, it looks like treasure.
Hmm.
Poke
we
Stagger
go.
looks south.
All right. We're rolling with this. I don't care anymore.
That's really good.
He's small chambers.
You hear Erot kind of call through the door to someone named Minister Sauriv, Sauriv, and say that we have found intruders that we think you'd like to talk to, essentially. A few moments later, the door opens, and you can see as you're ushered into this room that it's this kind of small, comfortable room, actually. And in the center is a circular wooden table on which lies a closed book. To one side of the table, an aged lizard folk occupies a crudely upholstered armchair. To the other side, a plain wooden chair sits empty. In the northwest corner, a brass tripod supports a brass bowl filled with hot coals, and the room itself is kind of warm and smoky. The lizard folk that's sitting in the chair looks like this.
Look at that lizard guy. He's got some armor.
Able-bodied.
Yes,
This
definitely
is
looks.
Sauriv?
Yes, Sauriv. He seems to look you all up and down. And after a few moments, he looks at Erot and says, in Draconic, you can wait outside. And begrudgingly, they walk out and close the door. Then looks back to you all, and in common says, "So, which one of you speaks for your group?"
I'll reply in Draconic. I'll say, maybe a little rough, but I speak for us. At least here.
You speak like a dragon person.
Did you understand that?
No.
No, me neither.
And I'll, there's like one chair to
There's
sit
one
in.
chair. He's holding this kind of papyrus piece of like parchment that he looked like he was reading, and sets it down and kind of gestures you over to that seat.
I lean on the wall.
All right, no.
Same.
I'll stand by him.
Yeah. In Draconic still. Thank you, Minister. We come on behalf of the town, the city.
What city?
Saltmarsh. The city. They, just to keep it simple, they don't want trouble or war or anything like that, and they just wanted us to spread that message to you that, they don't want any problems.
And who are you?
My name is Redimir. We are envoys of the city.
And he is speaking actually in common. He seems to be pretty well spoken, honestly, for a lizard folk.
Picking up on that, I'll switch back.
Okay.
They sent us here as an addition to looking for smuggling rings, doing illegal operations around the coast, just to see if there were really, anything nefarious here, and, just to let you all know, hey, they're not looking for trouble. They don't want any ill will or anything. We know there is divisiveness and insecurity between, both civilizations, but that is why we are here.
So you came to warn us of smugglers?
Yes, in one of our encounters, there were some of your folks on one of their ships. Some of your people were there.
And what ship might that have been?
It was called the Sea Ghost. We've dispatched of their crew after they attacked us. By the time we circled back, your people were gone.
And what is it you're looking for from our people?
Nothing of return, just understanding that there needs no hostility
Well, why, right?
between the city and them.
The weapons. Why were your folks looking for a horde of weapons?
Why does anybody look to harm themselves?
We just-
Are they in danger?
We just hope it's not to attack the city. Is there some danger pressing against you? And if it's the city, we can let them know.
So the city of Saltmarsh has sent you here like lambs to the slaughter to find out if we're trying to sack the city?
I
Well,
look back to we're not.
it's kind of a weird way to say it. He's not wrong, I guess.
You're not wrong in your phrasing.
There are more than a few who would sooner see your head on pikes than even have a conversation with a smooth skin.
We do not seek war.
We just seek understanding.
We always try to give peace a chance for other stuff.
Yes.
Exactly.
Make a persuasion check. And I'd say with everybody kind of chipping in, you can do it with advantage.
We're helping Red.
It's a 14.
Okay. He kind of sits back in his chair a bit and says, I feel comfortable that you are not here under the guise of someone else. What do you know of the Sahuagin?
I'm afraid
I've never
think
heard
I
of
can
it.
speak for my companions. Let me ask our friend who does not speak common. I'll just ask Oceanus and Elvish.
He says, nasty, nasty creatures. Live mostly under the water. Well, live exclusively underwater, but are not afraid to breach the surface. Pure evil, pure evil. Only seek power and destruction.
Would Kugal have experienced these at all?
You would have heard tale of Sahuagin. You probably wouldn't have seen one. I know that there's stories of them, snatching people off of the beach and, stuff like that, like dragging them down to the depths, attacking fishermen's ships and stuff like that. So you may have heard of it, but you don't know too much about it.
I'll say our friend here has, and just word for word. Are they a threat?
As large a threat as there is. And I'll be honest, I am a bit shocked to see a sea elf here, as we did not send for your people. Then again, nor did we send for yours.
We rescued him, I guess would be the right word, right? And like kind of
That's super
yes,
right.
from the smuggling ship that we saw your kindred on. He was in prison.
This is something that would probably be best discussed more with the Queen. But I will tell you, the Sahuagin pose a considerable threat to not just my people, but probably to yours as well. Something has stirred them from the deep.
Do they have like an area they normally roam at, but now they're getting more aggressive or something?
Precisely.
Oh.
More so, we find ourselves here in this place because we were driven from our home by those same creatures.
That's why you're arming yourself up, and you were looking for any means necessary.
Take it back.
Oh, we're going full-scale assault. Okay, well that's...
When do you plan to attack?
As soon as we can muster up the arms and resources that we need.
Well, maybe we could help with that, right?
Maybe, yes. No, I'm not gonna do that. Well, okay. Well, he seems kind of just sitting here, like, judging his character and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like he's trying to, like... This seems pretty genuine, I guess.
Make an insight check.
Like, I don't think he's got... It's less than 10. Sounds great.
Was it for the microphone?
4. It was a 4. Sorry. I rolled a 4. A 2 plus 2.
His demeanor seems pretty calm. He is leaned back in his chair. Doesn't seem to be in any kind of defensive posturing. He says, we have sent out for the aid of other seafaring, sea-dwelling races to assist us with this. And we've had to make decisions on who we did and did not ask. Humans, mostly because they are greedy and out for their own self-interest most of the time, and also what good would your average human have in underwater affairs? Second, he kind of looks over at Oceanus. Between the Sea Elves and the Koalinth, we had to make a decision there as well. And the Koalinth would not bear an alliance with the Sea Elves. Therefore, your folk did not receive a missive. And you see him kind of like looking at him like he clearly didn't understand what he said.
In Elvish to Oceanus, I'll kind of look at him like, You know the Kolith?
It's like as soon as you say it, the Koalinth are pieces of shit, and they should die.
Okay, well, they...
He said, I'm sorry.
So they sent out some invites to a party, but not everybody
Are there Koalinth
got invited.
There's no Koalinth
I
here.
don't know if there's any here, but they're seeking some people's help and not others. It's kind of awkward.
So why wouldn't they reach out to the Sea Elves?
Yeah, I don't know.
They had to make
we
a-
can talk about it later,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
We'll put a pin in it for now. Back to common.
Could just ask him.
You
about
see
the
Ocean
Koalinth.
is
So
like- Kind of like muttering under his breath, like,
I'm sure that'll translate to like
Why the Koalinth over Sea Elves? Out of curiosity.
in common.
Yeah, come.
Yeah.
in battle they are quite ruthless, and most of the time we would find ourselves at battle with them as well. They are no friend of the lizard folk, but if we are against a bloodthirsty foe, then we need bloodthirsty allies.
I suppose that's true, but Bloodthirsty normally comes with maybe a little backstabbery or take advantage of the situation too, but that's on you. That's your choice. It's your people.
If
And
they have, the Koalinth have a vested interest in this as well, as should the full might of the Sahuagin be allowed to spread, it wouldn't be just the friendly folk who are wiped out.
I understand. I'll say to Oceanus, they had to pick between you and the Koalinth, and they chose the Koalinth because they're bloodthirsty, psychopathic warriors.
Well, I have to admit it hurts, but he's not wrong. At least he sees them for what they are. Savages.
I'm gonna turn back to Oceanus, like I'm talking to him, but in Elvish. Looking at Oceanus, but talking to Colt, I'm gonna say that all that stuff we found on the boat is still on the boat, right? It's being inspected and impounded. Looking at
weapons?
Oceanus.
What stuff on the boat? I believe it's being impounded in the...
All the stuff that we found about the boats and the stuff, it's still on the boat. We didn't take any of it.
Are you talking about the weapons or what?
Yes.
I'm just picking at my nails. I have no idea what's going on.
In Elvish.
Yeah, but there's a whole crew they're sitting on there to do a cleanup of the
Okay.
bodies and all that stuff, because y'all wouldn't let me dump them in the ocean, which makes
True.
sense. But they were checking it all out.
So I'll switch kind of posture back in common. So that boat that we recovered, the Sea Ghost, is impounded by the city. We can let them know what is going on, and we can see what we can do as far as, Granted, we are not great fighters underwater without some kind of magic or something, but,
Cover that to an extent.
you know,
I could sidetrack my land ship for that.
some kind of breathing device
Yeah,
apparatus.
we could do 4 of them,
That'd be perfect.
maybe 2 of them.
That would be better than none.
My understanding on the Koalinth, the bloodthirsty, not friendly, would they be open to an emissary to use them as muscle?
Say
Has
again?
there been any attempt at using the Koalinth as cannon fodder? as an attack force?
Damn, Kugo.
There has not been an attempt to do anything with them yet. As troubling as your strategy may sound, we have not yet reached an agreement with them, and I'll be completely honest, it's not going well. And if you're offering the aid of Saltmarsh, then I may be able to persuade the Queen to allow some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
And just to be fully honest, we cannot speak for the city, but we are speaking for the city.
Did
So
they not send you
we-
in their stead?
That is true, yes. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We will report back, let them know what is going on. There's this greater threat in the water. Do you know, we have a map, right?
Yes.
We have this map. I'll pull out this map, which we have, and like just kind of like, because I'm still in my chair, or whoever has it. Like, is it on here where they're coming from, or is it further out?
I am not at liberty to share that with you. You must meet with the Queen first. I am merely an advisor, the minister to the Queen.
She here?
Of course she's here.
Oh. Okay, sure. Meet with the Queen.
Do we need to report to the city first and let them know and come back? With
Why would you do
what
that?
they can offer?
Not that simple. I could lose my head if I just let you walk out of here before an audience.
Oh. Wasn't sure if we needed to bring more to the table.
I wanted to speak with any potential allies first. Vet you in a sense before you speak with the Queen. You're lucky that Eret was on duty as opposed to some of the other captains.
They're really not big fans of the soft skins, huh?
We don't like some of them either.
This sounds like a perfect opportunity to kind of mend some fences. Everyone
Yes.
does better when everyone works together.
And clear up some misunderstanding.
I agree. I don't know that everyone in the chain of command will agree as well.
It's always rocky. Always dissenters? What's the word? But in the end, we got to overcome those. Peace doesn't exist unless someone takes a few knocks first.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, I feel I've told you all that I am at liberty to for now. He kind of goes to stand up. He kind of cracks his neck a little bit and says, I believe the Queen is currently inspecting our fighters, so we should go meet her there. I would be surprised if one of the other guards has not already alerted her to your presence.
Is there a way we should address the Queen?
You should let me address the Queen first. Queen Othakint is fair.
Is this a kneel situation? Do we kneel?
No.
Okay. In some courts, back with the soft skins, they get real. Like, if you don't kneel, they're like, oh, and they get all weird quick. So that's good to know.
Etiquette and protocol.
And so I've read. And he kind of like motions over, and you actually see he has a surprisingly decent collection of books kind of stacked around the room itself. As he, has kind of stood up and gotten a little closer to you, you can see that, his eyes themselves are a little blurred from age. His claws a little blunted. But he definitely looks like he has a few battle scars of his own. You also notice that I don't know. Yeah, it is. That he's kind of got this big golden chain around his neck as well. Let's see. He will turn to back to you, Red, and say, if you would follow me. And he will kind of go to walk out the door. And that's actually where we're going to go ahead and call it tonight. And we'll pick this up in a couple weeks, where you will all meet with Queen Othakint. And that's Othokent.
Othakint.
Oh, I'm too far off of that.
We gonna meet the Lizard Queen.
No, look at us. Talking our way in. We're not fighting our way in this time.
I didn't die.
It's using our words.
The words works. Not punching the lizards in the face was a good idea.
I wish that the queen's name were Sucinda because that was my lizard folks person's name, which was named after a lady's given name at the.
Sucinda, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Shut
was
out.
neat. Sucinda. Yep, I remember Sucinda.
Shut out.
It's true. It's true. Oh, all right. Well, you guys made it to the lizard folk lair.
Man. Making
The question-
headways.
But the question is, can you form an alliance with them?
Oh yeah, Red's got it covered.
Hope so.
He beats around the bush a lot, but he gets it. He gets it. You know.
Just worried about overpromising, and then we get back to the city, and they're like, "What the fudge are you talking about?"
That's the glory of it, Red. You overpromise, and you get back. You say, "This is
No,
what we
you're
said
supposed
we'd do," and then it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, Red. You never heard that phrase?
Yeah, my wife says it after going to Goodwill.
Best boots
Well,
I ever had.
I'm gonna underpromise. No, it's better to underpromise and overdeliver.
It's true.
Because I was thinking,
Technically
like, we
true,
could bring
too.
them bars back with their stamp on it.
Oh, they're Electrum. That's right. We could give them their money back at bare minimum. Oh, we can give them their weapons.
I
Sounds
was
like
trying
they
to
need
beat
them.
around the bush because I didn't know if he spoke Elvish or not.
Oh.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a great sign of friendship? Like, hey, we found this too. Here's your
Oh,
money.
here's your money back. Yeah.
And some armaments.
That would be really good. That would.
Be a good sign of good faith.
Right. That's why I was like, should we get more? Under promise, over deliver.
Well, you still have a meeting with the queen.
Yeah.
You're looking up for the team.
All right.
All right. Well, with that, does anybody have anything they want to say before we cut out of here?
Yeah. We might not be meeting next week for Shattered Obelisk. One of our players is going to miss out, so we might take a break because they really want to be there for it. Because they have a potential date with one of the NPCs. So, you know, we may hold off for that. I'll make a tweet or something about it later. Maybe we'll still meet up, play a board game or something. So I'll let you know.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Just as a reminder, our X-Men video comes out tomorrow. Make sure to check that out. If you have already watched it, it's probably good that you've already watched it if you just kind of want to see our commentary on it. And with that, we will see y'all in the next one. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Nailed it. Awesome.
Like